So you want me to like just say hello, like introduce myself? Hi, hello. How you doing? Thank you, Shingy, for having me on here. My name is Delali Cofie, and this is A Place of Ours. Thank you. My first solo exhibition at the Black Canary Espresso Cafe, or Espresso Bar, 61 Sherburne Street, part of the Fisherman Contact Photography Festival, part of the open call. This is the lead image right here. It's called The Boy and His Tree. This was shot, let's say, after an 8-hour road trip with my dad. We went into like the center of Ghana. A very funny story behind that, but I wrote a little something like a journal entry that I guess I'll just read out to kind of like contextualize the image and like the idea behind everything that I was saying. I see the boy at peace in his tree, his legs affixed, his body imitating the form of the branch he sits on. I sense his regality. I see it. It is one not ordained by any holy figure other than the sweet invincibility of childhood. It is selfish to say, but within reason we can find ownership where we find peace. The boy and his tree. So that sort of gives you an intro into the project. It's about home, it's about family, it's about childhood, and about growing perspectives. One that includes growing, I guess, evolutions of masculinity from boyhood to manhood. And yeah, basically that's what it's about. I'll show you the next image if you come this way. Hello, hello. Oh, 1 second, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, hello. How are you? Good. Hello.
Hi, Delali. Congratulations.
I don't know what it is. So come through. This image here is called Skate Boy, shot in 2019. It was shot outside, I think, the trade fair. This is one of the first images that I ever took on my film camera. One of the first analog images that I ever took.
Congratulations, it's amazing.
Thank you so much. Good, you? Good. This is called Pram in July. So my family has a home out of the city where we like to go on weekends and stuff. And in July we went to like the beach side with a family friend, just spending the afternoon there. And I saw a young man and who I believe is his child, just I guess dancing together. And I thought the movement in the moment was very beautiful. The gesture, there's so much like emotion in it and whatnot, and the colors, everything in that moment just felt right to capture. It's sort of anchored by the boat, I guess. In my artist statement, I talk about the idea of home and it being an anchoring point where we have shared experiences. I think for me in this image, the boat is that anchoring point for me because it, like, as someone who's from Ghana, when I see that, I know where this is. So that's like, I guess I would say it alludes to the place. This, also taken at the beach or at the seaside, is called Portrait of a Fisherman. So this is a series of images of a man, a fisherman, and his uncle. And the portrait that I chose to include today was of his feet. I felt it was a rather quiet image that once again alluded to a place. I didn't want to give everything away. This is also, the show is 11 images from the book that I'm hoping to release later this year. So I wanted to maintain a sense of ambiguity in the project. Yes, thank you. This is Untitled, The Seaside. It's one of 2 images in the series that are not for sale. I think for me, it captures that idea of like invincibility of childhood. You know, when you're a child, you feel like the world is yours, and I think that their gazes in this moment were so strong. I was strolling the beach with a friend of mine after we had gone on a walk, and I saw these kids playing football, and they were interested in my camera, and they allowed me to capture them. And just their gazes were so strong, and I thought compositionally, so many things were happening in this moment that I loved, but I can't seem to get past their gazes. This is Independence Square, which is a location of where it was taken. This is a picture of a man and a horse, and I sort of paired this in the sequencing of this exhibition. I paired this image with that other one, Untitled Seaside of the two boys because I felt they carried the same sort of energy. I would say there's a relationship here between like man and horse, and again, I think almost all images here allude to place, which is the whole idea of like bringing you back to a certain anchoring point. This image is called Mama and Papa. These are my parents. Much love to them. I wish they could be here, but you know they live in Ghana. I'm out here by myself. This was, I want to say, a couple days after their anniversary. They were just sitting in the living room, and I noticed the light shining down on my mother right here, and just my dad looking at me. I can't even remember what conversation they were having, but I think for me it captures the idea of home perfectly, especially framed with the picture, with the random art up in the wall over there. I think it's not something that's trying to represent. It's just something that is. This is just what home is, and that's essentially what the product is about. It's about my home, and just sharing that with all of you. Even the music that even the music that's playing today is this very specifically curated playlist that reminds me, just like sounds, energetic, nostalgic sounds that remind me of home. And I believe that is it for this side. Oh no, that's my song. Okay, we move over here. You have Osu Castle 1 and Osu Castle 2. This was part of a day of, I used to say shooting. I asked a couple friends of mine to come out to the beach to a castle side and capture just, you know, natural images that I guess showcase like maybe not so much of boyhood, but sort of that space between like boyhood and manhood. These are teenagers, so I was trying to just capture I guess a natural essence, which I think kind of worked out really well. They really presented themselves in a beautiful way. All I had to do was click, really. I think they just present themselves so strongly. Again, they're titled Osu Castle 1 and 2 because, as I've said a couple times, I'm alluding to place. This, one of my favorite images in the series, in the whole show, is called Schoolgirl in the Clouds. A very beautiful story behind this. My dad and I went on a road trip together. We went into the mountains, and on the way back he stopped by woodworkers. He wanted to look into buying some wood. He's an artist as well. And I looked across the street and noticed this young girl was kind of hopping, like skipping across the field, and I just felt she looked very majestic in that moment. So I just composed and just let everything that was already happen, but just from my perspective. Yeah, I love that picture a lot. This is Sunday afternoon, Sisters in the Courtyard. These two are my sisters, and this was a Sunday after church, and we were just hanging out, you know, in the courtyard, and I said, let's take a picture, and them, you know, they were running around, so I just said, let's take the picture, and I took it, and it just came out so beautiful. I love the motion here. I think it really, captures the moment, and for me, I think it's one of the images that capture the whole idea of nostalgia when I think about these images, when I think about home. I've been told that I have a bad habit of being overly nostalgic. I always think about the past. I don't know what it is, but that's something I live with, and it definitely infiltrates and filters into my work, but I love it all the same. I'm gonna drop something on here. I haven't announced yet. RBC commissioned 5 prints of this image that are going to be in their banks in, I think, June or July. So that's quite amazing that, you know, the image is being recognized, and it's really just for me living life. So it's kind of nice, you know. It's kind of cool. I don't know what it. It's kind of cool. It's great to see things come into fruition, see people in the space, and to appreciate the work. It's a very humbling moment for sure. Yeah, so that's about it. There's one more image outside, which is the same as it's just this, but on vinyl. But yeah, let's go. I'm gonna show you. Hello, sorry, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Hello. How are you?
Good. These are for you.
Thank you, thank you. I'll be right back. Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Good. I was waiting for you to finish talking to people.
You very calm, very calm.
Thank you.
She me put on glasses.
This is a perforated vinyl print. I think the size is, I want to say, 48 inches by 39. Yeah, 48 inches by 39. We actually put it up this morning. It was pretty hectic trying to get it like sorted out and everything. But yeah, it's just really beautiful to see. Earlier in the day when the light hit, this was looking incredible, and just having people sit in this space, and you know, I can't put into words what it means to just have my sisters just be represented so beautifully, have my life be represented so beautifully. So I'm hearing amazing things, and everyone's talking about how emotional it is and how it makes them think about home, which this is literally happening in my building. So it's a home within a home. It's like, it's amazing. Thank you again, Shingy. I really appreciate it.
So guys,
I really appreciate it.
Super honored to be here.
Someone just gave me roses.
Very young, talented artist. Absolutely amazing dude. And I'm really excited. I hope you guys really liked this introduction on him. This exhibition, really nice. How long is it going to be running for?
It's up until June 10th. This place is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day.
Awesome. So you guys can come check it out. Here's how it looks over here. And
come through.
Yeah, so what's your Instagram, brother?
Instagram is delali.cofie. That's DELALI.COFIE.
Thank you, bro.
That's me. Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Me, man.
No problem.